Spawning in the bottom right of Ephemeron. It's the blue Terran, Bunny. And in the top left, as the red Terran, welcome back once again, uThermal. Hey, so I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but Apple's actually developing a product. It's like a smart canteen, a smart thermos. It's called it can hold like either like hot or warm liquid, or hot or cold liquid. It's called the iThermal. Someone told Liquid Thermy about this, and his response was, "No, you." Gonna let everyone sit with that. Okay, Bunny's Reaper gonna be out a little bit quicker than uThermal's. Not gonna matter a whole heck of a lot. Both players getting the delay on each other's CC. Maybe. Okay. With players pulling 2 SCVs to stop it, and it looks like uThermal CC will go down first. Oh, that was a Chad microplay here from Bunny, using the SCV to tank a Reaper shot and then going in at the very last second. That literally came down to, so there's a random delay on every unit except, I believe, the battle cruiser at this point. There's a random delay between every single attack for any unit, and the reason that's implemented into the game, other than aesthetics, is that, like, if you have the first Reaper out, technically speaking, when your Reapers clash at the same time, because they both reach attack range at the same time, right? The first Reaper made would always win. And that's what it would come down to. So there's a random attack delay implemented into all these units. So that's why you'll see, like, Hydra Fire slightly staggered or whatever, even though they're all attacking at the same time. And that's why Bunny was able to pull that off. Look guys, Rifkin is also casting this game, so I have to compete, alright? It's... Do you guys think that was a joke bad enough to be worthy of Base Trade TV? I hope so. Raven gonna pop first for Bunny. uThermal going for a little bit of an attack with these Hellions. Bunker gonna get some early shots off, but this isn't a full wall off, so they will reach the SCV line. Will they, though? Bunny with a nice, perfectly angled pull on those SCVs. Oh, God. uThermal, I think, just switching attack targets too much, spreading out his damage. Auto turret defending in the middle of the line, so Hellions are gonna try to escape as it explodes. Oh, we don't have WCS Game Heart. Rip. Second Raven on the way for Bunny. uThermal is going to lick his wounds. Also getting a second Raven. Always two there are. No more, no less. Engineering Bay going down for uThermal. Third CC coming up. Double auto turret's gonna pick off several SCVs and delay mining time. You know, Bunny held here. He held to the best of his ability, but he's still down 19 workers, and in a mirror matchup, that can be absolutely devastating. That can be the difference between victory and defeat. uThermal's supply skyrockets. It's gonna move out, make sure this third is safe to move the CC out to, secure the position, transfer the SCVs, build the refineries. Vikings coming out. Siege tanks. You know, just a small note. When there isn't WCS Game Heart and you're watching something, it makes you feel blind. It makes you feel like absolutely, you're like, what's going on? But mech upgrades coming out for both players. It looks like uThermal's going to have the advantage of it, though, with the armored plane coming out. Vikings, tanks from uThermal, Cyclones coming out for Bunny. As we develop our mech v mech matchup. Auto turret harass from Bunny. Lights a missile turret on fire. Doesn't quite light the supply depot on fire. Raven does get picked off though, so that despite Bunny dropping 3 auto turrets, I think that trade went in favor of uThermal. Bunny did gain a slight worker advantage, but uThermal's been on a gigantic economy for some time now. Bunny moving with tank Cyclone Hellion. Hellion run by, picks off a couple SCVs. SCV count actually even on both sides. Bunny with the 4th CC though. Bunny with the army supply advantage. uThermal getting chased down. This little Hellion attack will not reach Bunny's base. uThermal going for that mass Viking composition. Bunny more with the Hellions, more with the Cyclones. uThermal just now moving out his 4th. He has a 5th CC nestled in by the 3rd. uThermal putting most of his resources into defending that 4th location. Bunny is maxed out here though. Well, pretty close. He needs another supply depot or one of these CCs to finish, but at 196 supply, starting to build a bank. Thor production hitting the field for him. He's investing in additional production facilities. Thermal moving out of 5th base. 4th firmly established, well defended. However, Bunny is pushing from behind, trying to siege up on the mineral line. It's not going to work out for him. He's going to lose 2 tanks in the process. 1 shot does go off, but not enough to finish that tank. And yeah, Bunny's trying to maintain map dominance. But despite that, uThermal moving out of 5th. Bunny already has his own 5th established, 6th building on location. And we're heading into this really late game TVT situation where, you know, we're going to start seeing extraneous planetaries to shore up key defensive locations. We're going to see these big move outs and trade-offs. Oh, you don't want to move into the Liberators, Bunny. I guess he does. He's going to lose a Thor for his efforts. He's coming in a concave, but it's just not enough. uThermal has too many defenses here. Thor's trying to find an angle. Disable's dropped on 2 of them. He is able to cancel one of these CCs, but these Liberators are going to be way too much. I feel like Bunny just threw away so much in that engagement. He did light the CC on fire. uThermal isn't repairing it just yet. We'll keep that clicked in our lower right-hand corner to see if it burns down or not. GG is called, and uThermal gets a point on the board. Blue Terran, once again, it's Bunny, and in the bottom right. We followed his storyline pretty much all day. It's the Red Terran, uThermal. Thermal taking game number 1. Again, you know, much like his match versus Hero Marine, it wasn't that uThermal like really you know, he clearly played at the highest level StarCraft has to offer, but you know, comparing uThermal to himself, he made a lot of mistakes. He made like quite a few mistakes, but it was Bunny making a huge mistake on his own. Taking that engagement, losing all his Thors, losing all his tanks, when he was economically ahead, when he could have just turtled up and defended. He was on 6th base. He threw his whole army away into Liberators, and that gave uThermal the win. Going into Nightshade, I would expect to see a 3-base play, with one or both players being the aggressors. Maybe a 2-base play. Rip scouting SCV. With players neck and neck and workers neck and neck in army supply. Starport going down for Bunny. Factory for uThermal. And given the 2 barracks, it looks like it's probably gonna be some level of bio play. There's the 3rd CC from Bunny. uThermal still has the option for a 2-base move out. I don't know if we're going to see that happen. It looks like he wants to swap the starport onto a tech lab as the Cyclone pops. Bunny going to have the way earlier Banshee. Oh. Bunny gets pulled into the bunker. Thermal will be able to save that Cyclone. Third CC almost finished here, and it does look like uThermal is going for his own 3rd CC. However, Bunny going to be ahead in macro once again. Stim going to finish up slightly earlier for Bunny as well. Looks like he is also going into additional barracks. Thermal not able to pick off the Reaper thanks to the lack of high ground vision, cutting off that Cyclone lock-on. Double medevac drop poking for uThermal. You know, Bunny is mining on 3 base. uThermal just starting to. I think uThermal wants and needs to get some damage done. However, he's going to fly right into the Vikings, and that's not going to happen. Upgrade's going to hit way earlier for Bunny. Triple auto turret drop down here in the natural. uThermal stimming into Bunny's third. Gonna get about 5 SCV kills towards the liftoff. Bunny should be able to save this from the high ground. Will he though? Oh my god, the CC goes down! Bunny, with the auto turret attack on the other side, will even up the worker count, but nice pick on that CC from uThermal. Going to keep him ahead of the game for quite a while. uThermal just chatting around with these Marines. Takes down a medevac. Oh man, Bunny took way too much damage from that attack. Especially on a 2-base economy. Bunny gathering Marine tank. There you have it in the chat. Dragon Soul saying a laser qualified beats Special. Special's been trying so hard to qualify. He has one more opportunity after this. Bunny under siege. I mean, technically he's sieging uThermal here, but I mean, economically, uThermal's ahead. Upgrade wise, they're even, but 2-2 is going to hit sooner for uThermal. Ooh, the Dorito cannon on the Marines. Bunny's trying to find an angle to push in, but I mean, uThermal has quite the defensive placement as these Marines stim forward, gunning down the defenders of Bunny. Again, the efficient trades, man. Marines without medevac versus Marines with medevac. He's going to swap around to the third. Tank will deflect this, and the medevac does get picked off, but uThermal going for his push. Okay, uThermal engaging from multiple angles will crush the forces of the Blue Terran. Bunny evacuating the 4th base, sending off the Klaxons, trying to save what he can, but uThermal is going for a major drop in the natural as he hits over at the 3rd location. How is Bunny gonna deal with this? He's pulling the boys to tank for the Marines. The SCVs have gone down, and it looks like uThermal just has too much. Bunny did clean up at the third base. He has some reinforcements coming back, but GG is called, and uThermal takes it 2-0.